Welcome to Pop and Heat, episode 50. I'm Kier.
And I'm Leash, and welcome to your new favorite wrestling podcast.
Welcome back, everybody.
Hi. 50
episodes.
50.
Holy cow.
5.
And they said we wouldn't make it.
I know. We haven't said that in a while. Didn't we say that on like episode 2?
Yeah.
Or 10, maybe.
Something like that, yeah. We get to say it again.
Probably wasn't 2.
It's been enough.
Yeah.
Anyways,
50.
we'll reminisce a little bit about the 50 episodes a little later on, but
pretty cool.
It's Mania week.
I know. Our 50th episode lands on WrestleMania week, and we leave in like a day and a half.
Yeah.
Less than that, probably, for Vegas.
Yeah, I'm like a kid on Christmas here.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
This is our first WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And as a golden era kid, this is pretty crazy stuff. This is a childhood dream come true. So I'm just on cloud 9.
Yeah, we're pumped. And we love Vegas, just to begin with. I mean, we've talked before about how we were excited when it was going to be in New Orleans. But that being said, we love Vegas. You've been there a million times.
Yeah, 10 times.
10 times, yeah.
Close to a million.
My third, close to a million, yeah. I rounded up.
Yep.
This will be my third time to Vegas, so pretty excited for that.
And the third time is the charm.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good time.
So we're going to do our predictions on this episode. It'll be a WrestleMania predictions episode. I'll lay out all the matches for night 1 and night 2. We'll do predictions for those. Then a little twist for our top of the pop, hottest of the heat. We're going to do predictions of who we think is going to take home our gold for those awards from WrestleMania, and a little bit of the social. And that's
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Fire it up.
All right, WrestleMania 42, the night 1 match card. We have, first up, 6-man tag team match. That's Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and I Show Speed versus the Usos and LA Knight.
Yeah. This one for me is, I hope it's somewhere in the middle when I need to use the washroom.
Yeah. I feel like it's going to be the first match. I don't know if these are in order, but
I don't know that is, because they were talking about the ESPN ones that are, I don't know if that's night 2 or not.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Anyways, this match for me is not, I mean, I don't hate it, but I'm not super compelled by it. It'll be interesting to see how Speed does in the ring. They showed that clip of him training, but I'm guessing he's been doing it for a while. So, I mean, it'll be interesting.
I like how they showed one clip of him training to get ready, and then at the end he's like, "Hey, I'm ready. Let's do this."
The big question for me here is, are we going to yeet?
I'm sure it will be a yeet fest.
We're going to do it, though? Or are we just going to sit there and...
You want to be some of the outliers that don't participate?
See if the camera gets us? No.
We're boycotting the yeet fest. I don't know. We'll see.
Saw some guy on Raw. He was like just doing this.
Yeah. You were like, that guy does not know how to eat.
He doesn't have the eat right.
No. I'm sure the spirit will take hold of us, and we will likely want to do it.
Yeah, we'll be into it all. It's going to be great.
We talked before about how likely, the reason for this match, I Show Speed, huge internet following, and him being in a match just allows, even more viewers that aren't already WWE viewers to see this and to become a part of the WWE world. They did say there was like the video of him getting pushed by the Usos or something like that. And that video got like, I don't know, 450 million views
like
or something.
500 million views.
Yeah.
Like just craziness.
So that's why WWE is using him.
It's a little easier to understand when you're seeing numbers like that. My nephew likes to comment often on how I'm what he calls a boomer.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm quite in the boomer age group, but I'm, not super young. And so I'm not familiar with a lot of these guys. As we mentioned on the last episode, I don't really know the hip hop artists that they have on right now. I know 90s hip hop. Give me Dre and Eminem and Snoop. Like, I know all that. But I Show Speed's kind of in that category for me. But then, to your point, seeing the clip that they showed the other day saying 500 million views, I was like, okay,
there's your reason.
What do I know?
Yeah, for sure. And you know what? We're not alone though, because we did put out a TikTok video about how we wanted more rock stars to be a part of WWE. Um, and someone did comment on that because in the video I say, they're marketing to the right group of people because you want the young people to be interested in WWE. And that's kind of not us. We're just out of that. But that being said, someone commented and said, no, they agreed. A lot of the WWE fans are people that are in kind of that 30, 40, 50 age group, people with kids that want to bring their kids to the show. So a good mix would maybe be better.
Yeah. Well, I'll say it again. Let's get Chad Kruger in there.
Yeah, we're campaigning.
But as far as who's going to win this match, I mean, it's a non-title match, so why not throw it to LA Knight and the Usos? LA Knight gets enough, he eats enough shit. I'd say give him this one.
Yeah, I think I agree with you on that because I get a lot of laughs out of I Show Speed, like he got dominated by Braun Breaker in that video, and I think maybe that will bring in a lot of views, which I think is their motive for
Yeah,
this
they don't
match.
need to win, right? Like
Yeah. Yeah,
he'll serve the purpose either way.
exactly. Yeah. And for LA Knight's sake, I hope that he
Yeah,
wins.
I mean, come on, let's
Yeah.
go.
Okay, next match we have the unsanctioned match with Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre.
I think it's funny again, unsanctioned, but I guess they're still gonna
Right.
broadcast it, right?
Yeah.
Um, let's go Fatu.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
think? Yeah, I would agree with that. I was thinking about this one earlier, and I think, the people love Drew McIntyre as a loser.
I was gonna say he's a great loser.
Yeah.
He wears it well. I mean, he wears it terribly, but that's what's so good about it.
And
It's comical at this point, right? It's just I want to hear Drew whine some more.
yeah, and I remember back at the beginning of the year they were talking about, or there was rumors of when bringing Jacob Fatu back and um, building up his character quite a bit more this year, having a bigger arc for him. So I think that he'll come out on top of this match.
I think it's the first kind of really serious thing since his return, and he's put a lot of work into getting in shape, and that character has built so much. I think it's kind of got to go his way to keep that momentum going. And as we say, like a loss isn't going to hurt Drew.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just part of the package with him,
Yeah,
right? So
exactly.
no big deal.
Okay, next match we have the Women's World Championship match. Stephanie Vicaire versus Liv Morgan. Recovered,
Yeah,
recovered from her head injury.
seems like this is a go. She was getting into it pretty good on Raw there yesterday, so it's got to be a go for her in the match. No concussion, I'm
Hmm.
guessing. So or concussion's gone. But either way, couldn't be happier.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Although Riley from Rock and Wrestling Reviews, he had a great take on it, and I had said I would love for Raquel to get in the mix at some point as well too somehow if it wasn't going to be Liv, but he kind of had the same idea, and that would have been cool, to see Raquel maybe take the belt and build a feud between her and Liv going forward, because that has to happen at some point,
I
right?
think so
They've
too.
built that tension. So with this, still going Liv's way here, I think if she wins, which just get into it. I'm going to say Liv's going to win this. She's the star right now. Stephanie, I know a lot of people like her, but she doesn't have the star power. And I think she can continue to build on her star power without the belt. I think Liv needs it, but I think potentially maybe Raquel goes after Liv with the belt. So
Yeah, I do think there'll be a breakdown in that relationship. And I agree with you on Liv Morgan winning this match. We have talked a bit about how Stephanie McCare is a little bit too safe as a champ right now, a little bit kind of boring because of that safety in it. And I think Liv Morgan's so, hot topic right now. And she has such a great heel character. I think winning this will somehow bring her kind of maybe out of Judgment Day or into that feud with Raquel. And I think that's where it's headed.
yeah, agreed.
Next match is the Women's Intercontinental Championship match. That is AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch.
We've already talked about this. My take on this is it's got to be Becky.
Yeah.
Somebody had commented on our last episode saying your opinion is unpopular,
Yeah.
and
People love AJ
People love
Lee.
AJ Lee. So that's cool. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm popular. I don't know. I don't know if I'm popular is the right way to categorize that opinion. Maybe it is. I don't know. But I think to say that there aren't people that think that Becky Lynch is deserving of a
yeah,
win in one of 4 matches, I think it's a little bit silly. And that's the point I've been trying to make. I'm not saying that AJ shouldn't have won any of these times. I'm saying to hand Becky a 4th loss is a little bit of a hard thing to understand.
for
Like,
sure.
why are you doing this? What is the point? Like, you did what you needed to do in this story if it was to get AJ over. You don't need to keep doing it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I don't see the point in it. It's just a little redundant.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people in the comments on that video kind of thought that we were it somehow became a battle of who gave more to WWE or who paved the way more for women in WWE. I'm not disputing anything AJ Lee did in the past for WWE or the women of WWE. Um, I just like Becky Lynch more. I don't like AJ Lee that much, and I know that's an unpopular opinion. People love her so much, but there's something about her character, her mannerisms that bugs me, and I really love Becky Lynch. So just that was more my point in it. I'm not saying AJ Lee did not provide for the company, but I think the same thing. The path that we've seen thus far up until this point in the story, it would make way more sense for Becky to win this match.
That's really what it is for me. It's not that I can't understand why Becky is losing. I
Yeah,
just wouldn't understand a 4th loss.
yeah, totally. Next, we have the Women's Tag Team Championship match. Fatal 4-way, Nia Jax and Lash Legend, current champs. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, Bailey and Lyra Valkyria, Nikki Bella and Brie Bella. And I already know what I believe you predict for this.
Do you?
Yeah,
Let me hear.
I think you think Bailey and Lyra are going to win.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a I'm torn. If you've been following our podcast, you know that I've been sort of predicting this setup for quite a while, and I've been talking about it, wanting Alexa and Charlotte
Yeah.
to come out on top. But the more that I'm seeing the build, it looks like they're trying to throw it Bailey's way. It looks like they're trying to bring her back into the spotlight again. Um, yeah, I don't know. I just have this feeling. I would love if Alexa and Charlotte won, but I think it's going to be Bailey and Lyra.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't disagree with the logic behind that. We've talked for a little while about that being a possibility. I Upon thinking about it tonight for recording our episode, I think there could be a chance where it's the Bellas. And only because I believe that WWE brought them both back. There hasn't been that much going on with them. And I think that they might try to give them like a boost into storyline, because they are quote unquote, a big deal. They've been such a big deal in the past, and they're kind of wishy-washy right now, a little bit nowhere. And I think WWE might want them to be a little bit more important, and this would give them like that kick in the pants.
Right. I could see that, and it would work. Like to, in my opinion, they're not doing it, and I'm guessing yours as well. They're not really doing anything to grab
No,
me, and
not right now.
if I guess if they want that to change, that would be a good way to do that. So that's probably the smartest thing for them to do. Really,
Yeah,
they're just not on my radar. And
I know.
thinking that Nikki's been on the injured list for so long, like
Yeah,
I've just sort of been counting them out of the equation entirely. But you're right. I mean, there's a lot of sensibility to that prediction. I'm gonna stick with Bailey just because
that's
I've
fine.
I've been feeling
We'll
that, and
differ.
I'm gonna meet her twice in Vegas, so I just want to be on her side here. She'll be angry with you.
I like when we differ. I would love to see Bailey win for sure. I love Bailey. I had this thought, and I do think they're going to be the dark horse in this because of the fact that I have also been counting them out, have kind of been rendering them irrelevant because they haven't been a part of anything. And I think WWE is going to give a push. So
You know what's cool? I like when we have the differing opinions because it makes it less likely we're gonna tie.
I don't like a tie. I
Yeah,
like I
I
like
know
when
you
we
like
have
it
a
winning.
clear winner.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, next we have singles match Seth Rollins versus Gunther, the Ring General.
Yeah, I stewed on this one for a bit. I mean, Gunther's a big deal, clearly, right? I mean, this guy just handed Cena his retirement, so I mean, he was going to retire either way, but still, hard to think of who would be credible in beating him right now. But I think Seth is not on the cusp of retirement, so
No.
safe to say he's still got the game to beat him. And I'm going to go with Seth for a couple of reasons. He just got back.
Yeah.
I don't think handing somebody that's just come back a loss is the right way to kickstart momentum. He's one of my favorites,
Yeah.
which I think is a great reason also. And I think right now Gunther needs a little bit of like, he needs a bit of a check.
I agree. And I think that if they're not going to abandon the Vision, Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker storyline, Seth needs to be of higher status when he does eventually face Braun Breaker and take down the Vision, Paul Heyman, if that's still going to happen. So I also think Seth's going to win.
They're going to keep it alive. That's why he cut that promo and why they're trying to create this tie-in with Heyman
Right.
and Gunther.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to stay alive. How they're going to do it right is the question, because it should have been Seth coming back on
Yeah.
Breaker and now Breaker coming back to a healthy Seth. The point is
We
kind
got
of
a big
missed there.
blip here.
But I mean, that they'll figure it out, and I'm sure it'll be compelling to some degree.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that just go away.
Me neither. No, I mean, I will bring up till the day I die, I think the Wyatt Six thing, and that, not that it was as big of a thing as this, but just like the build up and then it just disappeared. So I hate when they do that. This was such a big storyline and it can't just go away. They've got to do that. And when they bring Braun Breaker back, I mean, he needs something to jump right into. So.
Yeah, they're going to want to bring him right back into something major. They've got big plans for him. So, yeah, that they'll figure it out.
Okay, last match on night one is the undisputed WWE Championship, Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton and Pat McAfee.
What do you say about this? I
Yeah,
I think it's probably going to go to Randy.
I know. Yeah, me too.
I think if it doesn't, people are going to lose their minds. Or they brought Pat McAfee in to try to make people less angry when Cody wins.
Yeah.
So like, I
Maybe.
don't know. It's tough. This Pat McAfee thing has really thrown a wrench in it. Up until him coming in, I figured, well, they're going to give Orton 15 on Cody's back, just like they did with Cena in 17. Cody will find his way back to it again. As I've said over and over, Cody will be a many-time champion. So
Yeah.
you got to keep losing to keep winning. So
Do you think that Pat McAfee is done with WWE? Because he did say a while ago that he was like real life here. I mean, he did say a while ago that he was kind of done, with so much stuff going on in his life, he needed to take a break and cool it off for a little bit. And then I noticed he made a comment in one of the promos to Cody, and he was like, if Randy Orton doesn't win this match, I will leave WWE forever. And I'm just wondering, like, is this his way out to kind of, or his like final goodbye to WWE? That was kind of a thought that crossed my mind, and then it would give Cody could win, and then Pat McAfee, that's his exit from WWE if he really does want to take a step back. Just a thought.
it could definitely go that way,
Yeah.
right? Like, I don't know.
Otherwise, I'm on board with Randy winning.
It's
Like,
the-
that's what I thought was going to happen.
Yeah. It's the off season for football. So, I mean, he could feasibly put in a few months like he generally does, right? I don't know. I really don't know. Because if Randy loses, how do they put him back into the title picture?
He needs his 15th.
I guess it's not that hard to believe that they could figure out, a believable story that puts him right back into the conversation. But I don't know that they need to give him 15. If he's not going to beat 17, what does it even matter? They're not going to give him 18 to beat Cena, right?
That's a good point.
So who knows? I mean, just because he's my favorite, I'm going to say Cody now.
Oh, I know. I was just about to be like, I'm going Cody, because I feel like You just said that.
Probably wrong.
You just said that thing about like he's not going to beat John Cena, so why would they even bother with the record titles? But and that just gave me the thought that like they've been pushing that so much, and the way WWE does things sometimes they could be pushing that so that you think, of course, Randy's going to win it. This is his, 15th title, and now I think that that's not going to happen. So I'm going Cody.
So you've got Cena at 17,
Yeah.
Flair at 16.
Yeah.
Nobody at 15.
Yeah. Okay.
Randy and Triple H at 14.
Oh, interesting.
So maybe they do want to pop him into that slot. Triple H being the head of creative, he's probably like, yeah, it's a good deed. I don't need to be the top 3 anymore.
Now you're swaying me again.
Like, I don't know. We don't know. We're going to find out,
We're going Cody. Are we going Cody Rhodes? Is that what we're doing?
I'm sticking with Cody.
Okay.
I'm sticking with Cody.
Yep. Okay. Sold. Signed, sealed, delivered. That's night 1. Okay. Night 2. Singles match. Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar.
This is a really tough match to call.
It is.
I mean, you could make a list the size of my leg for each guy on why they've got a great chance to win. I mean, it's really a coin toss. I think handing Brock the loss is a big sign of kind of where they're at with him right now. Now that I'm thinking about it, probably should have looked into how much time is left on his contract. You know,
he's not full time though. I honestly believe that it makes more sense for it to be Oba. That gives him the push he needs, and Brock can take his few months off till he makes some surprise return later in the year.
I think it is going to be Oba. I think Oba's going to get the win and make everybody's jaws hit the ground. You know, Brock's not supposed to lose. So I think it will be a really big sign of Brock putting Oba over. I think would be something he'd be happy to do. He's in the twilight. Oba's coming up. This would be a huge way, as you say, to kickstart his momentum. Which is already just on fire. As Paul Heyman said, he's never seen somebody win the crowd like this and have this much pop.
All of that is calculated, I think. Like all of those things that Paul Heyman, just as a WWE personality, is very calculated in what he says. Even if he's saying something against somebody else, it could be to build up another star. I just think all of that is very calculated.
Well, he wants Oba in his back pocket after this too, right? So.
And can you imagine when Oba wins? People will be.
I want to see Paul Heyman walk to the ring like that with Oba.
Oba. Oh, that'll be great.
Yeah.
Oba Femi.
Oba Femi.
Okay. Next one, Intercontinental Championship. This is the ladder match. Penta, current champ, versus Javon Evans, Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, Rusev, and Rey Mysterio. I just am like, wasn't Rey Mysterio supposed to fight Gunther? Wasn't that what was supposed to happen? So are we thinking he just wasn't cleared until after they had already pivoted to Seth Rollins?
That's what we're supposed to believe, I think.
All right. Yeah. All right. Okay. I just hadn't really calculated that in my brain, and
There are rumors that Rey didn't want that match because it would likely have to be a retirement match with the story, like how they're building it. And Rey wants to be retired by Dominic.
Yeah. Oh.
He wants that storyline to work.
Of course. Yeah. That's like the clear end of that story.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Isn't it? So that'd be cool.
Back on track. I just had to clear that up in my brain. So
yeah, this ladder match, the Battle of the Buddies. Battle of the wee buddies. I mean, Javon Evans is tall, but I think he still is less than 200 pounds.
Yeah. And Rusev,
he's not so wee.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's the only one that's like, so the rest are ref size.
Yeah.
And, and the other thing that we mentioned was just, again, they're all pals. It's not super compelling watching a bunch of baby faces fighting, but the ladder element will obviously make it more exciting. They're luchadors. It's going to be visually spectacular.
Cirque du Soleil is what it's going to be. So.
And we're going to be 50 yards from it. Not even.
Yeah.
Not
super
even.
Cool. Yeah.
So.
I just don't see anybody else on that list. Like, I feel like Penta's going to retain. I just don't see anybody. I don't think they're going to give Rey Mysterio that belt. And I don't think because it's for the Intercontinental Championship, right? And I just don't know, like, who else is on there? Javon Evans, Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, and Rusev.
Well, if you think back to that Dominic thing, if Mysterio does
Oh.
come away with the IC title,
Oh, I love
that builds a
that.
good story for that.
That is great. Oh, I hope that does happen. I will go with that prediction.
Could you
because-
imagine how excited everyone would be if
Oh
Mysterio
my
wins the belt?
God.
And Penta will probably go jump outside the ring, grab
And
it, and
that's
hand it to him.
Dom's belt that
Can you
he
imagine
wants.
if I'm right about that?
Oh my gosh. Breaking news. That's the prediction. I'm into it because that'll be so fun. And that's the belt Dom wants. So
Dom was beefing Adam Pearce about putting him in that match too. He's like, he shouldn't
Yeah.
even be in there, and he's like, he
Ray's
deserves.
gonna win. Oh,
Yeah, you
yes.
like it?
Yeah. I feel like it's all the pieces are
It's a
falling
good
together.
story. It's been a while since Ray had like a really big deal thing. And I mean, they're not going to give him a world title. So
Yeah.
I see in a ladder match that builds to a retirement story with Dominic, like, let's go.
I'm pumped for this.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We're going to call this Ray?
Yeah.
All right.
If they don't do this, I'm going to be very disappointed.
My original prediction for this was Penta, and that's boring. Just
well, that's
keeping
what
the
I
belt
just
on him.
said. Like, I was like,
But
this-
he'll win it back off Dom later, so
Yeah,
it'll
yeah.
be all right.
Yeah. No, I love this storyline that you've laid out, and I really hope that that's the way they go now because I think that's gold.
You hearing that, WWE?
Yeah.
You let go of Road Dogg, so there's an opening on that creative team. Let's go. I can be available for the right price.
We'll come to you. We're coming to Vegas. Just pick us up.
Yeah.
Writer's room. Here we go. I'll just be along for the ride. Next match, women's WWE Women's Championship, Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley.
The match that they've tried way too hard to make people
I'm
excited
getting
about.
really sick of Jade Cargill.
This is what's happened. They tried so hard to make people care that they made people care even less.
Yeah.
And with Liv Morgan and Stephanie, it was like they almost forgot they were there. We're like, oh crap, yeah, give them a minute
Yeah.
so people won't forget. And with that minute or 2 minutes each week, they tore it up.
Yeah.
They created a story far more compelling. And I think, you know, this needs to be paid attention to by WWE. And all due respect to Rhea Ripley, it's been the Rhea Ripley show for a good 2 years straight. Lots of opportunities coming her way. You know, people bitch about Cody getting all these opportunities. Like, come on, Rhea. It's just bananas. So I think, and yes, she has star power. The crowd loves her, all of this stuff. But let's look at what Liv's doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the way that she can tell a story without even really trying, you know, it should not be ignored.
Nope, I agree. I agree with all of that. I think this was built up way too much. As for who's gonna win it, I mean, I feel like I can't ignore all of that history of how they've treated Rhea Ripley, and I feel like maybe that is how it'll go. Plus, Jade's kind of like developed this new faction now, so this like heel faction, so that'll give her something to go off and do.
Yeah, and I mean, just as much as she should be, like on paper, Jade should be champ forever.
Yeah.
She's the Roman Reigns of the women's division, essentially. She's like look at her.
She's got character work to do, though.
But she's not. Yeah. It's flat.
Yeah.
It's flat. And as much as she tries, it's not grabbing. And Rhea, she does have that star power far more than Jade. I think they quickly need to get Io and Rhea divided and get that picture happening.
Yeah.
Get Io involved in that title picture and make it exciting. Because again, Rhea's not doing it the same. And everybody loves Io. She's the best wrestler in the world. I know they got to pull off this Asuka thing somehow first, but Rhea's going to win.
Yeah. All right. Next, we have the United States Championship match, Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams.
Just Trick Williams all day.
Yeah, agreed. I have nothing more to say about that.
I
Sammy's not holding on to that belt.
God, I hope not.
No.
It's almost awkward, right?
Yeah.
Like what's happening with Sammy right now. Like You feel bad for him, but at the same time, you also are not really a fan.
No,
You know,
people are
like,
not interested right now, and people are very interested in Trick Williams. I mean, the pop for him is huge. People love it.
there's heat for Sammy, but I don't even know if it's heat. It's almost like they're just making fun of him.
It's annoyance,
Like,
I
yeah,
feel
they're
like.
just like, just go.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's sad. I don't know. They've got to figure out something else to do with him because he was very popular.
He
I
was.
mean, as like I'm sure he's been had ups and downs, but when we started watching, he was very
This is
popular.
what
So
storyline can do,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
And this is not him. He's not
yeah.
coming out doing what he wants to do and say every week. He's being told, and this is where it's led us. You know, if they want anything better out of Sammy, they're gonna have to
Change it up.
get creative in the creative room.
Creative, get creative. Next we have a singles match: Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio.
Here we go. The demon is back.
Yeah. What do you think's happening here?
There's no WWE title on the line, so I think it's safe to say the demon is not going to lose in his first outing back. This
Agreed.
is Finn.
Also, I think if this whole Rey Mysterio thing that you just laid out that I'm super pumped about and Dom storyline is going to play out, I don't think it really matters if Dom
No.
loses this match. So.
It won't matter. It's Finn's, like, you know, he's cut off from the Judgment
Yeah.
Day. He's leaving. It's his departure, and you know, he needs to win this, and he will win this.
It is. It's like the bookend to his Judgment Day story and his coming out party into the
Absolutely.
Singledom.
The other thing is that Dom's another one of these guys where a loss does not hurt the character.
Regardless.
It doesn't change anyone's perception of him.
Because he's a loser.
At all. This is it. The loser that we love.
Yeah, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Except, when he won the belt last WrestleMania.
Because everyone loves him.
Because he's
like,
the loser.
Right,
yeah. People loved it. Yeah, I'm with you. Finn Balor. Lastly, night 2, World Heavyweight Championship, CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. This one is the hot ticket everyone's been talking about. Well, I don't know. It's one of the hot tickets, but it's been a popular one.
I don't know what the controversial opinion here would be. I think that there's a pretty even line drawn between these guys from a fan perspective. I think
it's a hard pick, this one.
This is, as I mentioned last week, this is the only time that I felt like the opponent for CM Punk was, you know, evenly matched from the fandom perspective. So I think it's tough.
There's been a lot of bloodline talk, and the bloodline's a little broken right now, right? Like you've got kind of like Roman Reigns by himself, and then you've got the Usos are kind of there with him, but they're kind of doing their own thing. Then you've got like Solo's got his own MFTs going on. Like there's kind of like a broken world there. But in all these promos, they've talked a lot about the bloodline. There's been mentions of The Rock. I wonder if Roman Reigns wins this and somehow, The Rock is involved, because I do think they've mentioned him enough times that he must appear, and they use this to build back up strong heel bloodline.
Okay, so much to unpack here.
All right, get into it.
Goodness. So, yeah, The Rock, I'm pretty sure has like a couple matches left that, like, contractually, I think, with WWE. I'm pretty sure he has to do a couple more matches, and that window's closing. Like the Rock is 55 years old, I'm pretty sure. So obviously he's in phenomenal shape, and we're not concerned from that perspective. But wrestling is different than just being in shape. It's really difficult, and when you're a big movie star, risking injury is another huge factor. So all this to say, I think his matches have to be coming up soon. So how are you going to build these stories into something compelling? I feel like with this being CM Punk's first singles main event, the dream come true for CM Punk, going in as champion, like it would be pretty crummy for him to lose. Going against a guy that's on his 12th main event. He's the longest running champion of all time. Like, it's another one of these, like, Roman doesn't really need it. Neither does CM Punk, but it would mean so much more.
Yeah.
for CM Punk's career, right? So for that reason, I would think it makes sense. Now, how they're going to play that out, I do think that for either guy to lose clean is not going to happen.
Mhm.
Some sort of distraction is going to come into play here. Now, what about this?
Okay. Present it. I'm ready.
What if The Rock comes down and blows it for Roman? That builds the thing that everyone's been wanting for years, which is the
Yes.
battle
It
of the two.
opens it up for the two head of the table.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a possibility as well. You're right. And I think that now I'm going back because I'm like the Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, Pat McAfee thing. I'm like, oh, I think in my head that if Cody's going to win that match, then I don't think CM Punk is going to win his match. But now, based on what you just said, I feel like CM Punk is going to win this match. Then I feel like Randy Orton and Pat McAfee as his sidekick are going to win that other match.
Well, you can't
but
change it. You're locked in on camera.
locked in. I'm locked in, but now I like this storyline. I'm gonna officially say CM Punk because I like that, and I think that that would be really good for them to build The Rock and Roman Reigns probably to next WrestleMania. So
Or even SummerSlam.
could be
That's the other
SummerSlam
thing
too.
we have to
Yeah,
remember, right? It's April, and SummerSlam's 4 months away.
yeah, you're right.
So
Yep.
it's another WrestleMania now. It's a
Yeah.
2-night,
Yeah.
absurdly large spectacle. So they need to get the big deal stuff happening for that too. So it's basically Mania Part 2. Why not have The Rock?
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm with it now. I still think The Rock is going to show up at Mania to interfere in this match, but now I like the flip side of it that you said, so I'm going CM Punk.
I've been sort of on this The Rock is coming kick for a while.
Yeah.
I think there's been far too many references for it to be nothing. I think that the anger that the wrestling world felt over him not coming last year should play a factor in him showing up this year as well. But you haven't seen him all year.
Yeah, yeah.
Literally the entire year, he has not shown up at all. And he knows people were angry about that, right? This is probably why he stayed away all year.
Mhm.
But no, I think if he were to show up and be impactful in some really meaningful, exciting way,
Yeah.
it would really redeem that stuff from last year. And yeah, it would be
And I
pretty
think
fun.
time is right. When he tried to take the match from Cody, obviously the time wasn't right because everybody was waiting for Cody to have that match. And they didn't want The Rock to take it from him. But I think now would be the right time to build for that based on story. So I'm in for that. So are you saying CM Punk as well?
I am,
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I'm a bit of a softie. And I think that for the reasons of it meaning more to him, I think
Yeah.
that they should. I think they should give it to him.
All right. Well, that's the end of those predictions. And we only differed on one.
Really? Just one?
Just one.
Felt
Wait.
like more.
We agreed on everything except for the women's tag. You went Bailey and Lyra, and I went the Bellas.
Bellas, yeah.
That's it.
All right.
I
Well,
know. It's going to be exciting either way.
I mean, that pretty much ensures we'll have a winner, though, right?
We will, yeah. Yeah.
Unless we both lose that, because it's possible that we could both
Oh,
lose
yeah.
and then win.
That's true.
Yeah,
We could tie.
We could still tie, yeah.
Oh, well. Well, it is what it is. Okay. So that will bring us into our first segment.
Top of the pop.
Top of the pop.
Cool. So we're switching it up a bit this time. We're predicting top of the pop.
Who's going to get the top pop?
I just said it.
Yeah. CM Punk?
No.
Oh. What'd you say?
If you smell.
Oh, you think that'll get the top pop?
I mean, come on. That hits in Allegiant Stadium with 60,000. If they got that many tickets sold, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's gonna be pretty epic.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
More than a year.
Yeah.
He's been gone. And, he just left everybody high and dry in that story and let Travis Scott come by himself. It was ridiculous. I think that people will be excited for him to come back and contribute in a meaningful way.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think you're right. I think that the two probably like second and third top pops will be CM Punk if he wins. I think that'll get a huge pop. And Obafemi if he wins over Brock Lesnar will get
Yeah.
a huge pop. But now that you say it, if The Rock comes back, that'll be a huge, quote
I
unquote
think the
surprise.
shock pops are the bigger ones, right?
Yeah,
They're
you're
like,
right.
oh my God, I didn't see this
Yeah,
coming.
for sure.
I think Bianca could potentially return as well, which
Ooh.
would probably get a good pop. I don't think it would come close to The Rock, though.
We didn't even talk about that. Do you think that she'll come back to like
She's
stand
got
down
to be
Jade?
close. Yeah, I think she might come to interfere in that match because she doesn't like Rhea, but I don't know if that, like, I
Do you
don't
think
know.
she'll be on Jade's side?
Well, they were friends, and she
I
hated
know.
Rhea when that basically she went out in a kind of feud with Rhea and Io, right? That's when she left. It's been a year since Bianca's been there too, so they had that three-way match
Gotcha. Okay.
at Mania, right?
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think, yeah, she could come back and get a good pop, but I think The Rock, as I say, I've been convinced for a long time that he's coming. I mean, we're gonna get a bunch of surprises. There's going to
Yeah.
be some surprise guests that are gonna get big pops. I just think
Totally.
The Rock pop.
All right. The Rock
He
pop.
gonna be the one.
We're in for the Rock pop.
Do you agree with that?
Well, yeah, I do agree with it. Like I said, I think there'll be some close seconds to CM Punk and the Obafemi, but I think that if The Rock comes back for sure, that's gonna get huge pop. So I'm in.
Right. Okay. Here we go.
You suck.
Hottest of the heat.
Hottest of the heat.
I think Pat McAfee.
Ooh, yeah. You know what? So my initial instinct here was to say that I think Paul Heyman's going to take us right through to WrestleMania. But
I think Cody kind of lit it up with that go home Pat thing. I think they're gonna give some go home Pat chants. I'm gonna try and get it going.
yeah,
I'll try and get our group saying it,
yeah.
Go
We'll
home
have
Pat.
some kind of control over Top of the
Yeah.
Pop, Hottest of the Heat
Yeah,
this time.
we
'cause
will
we'll be
affect
there.
it. We will be a part of it. Oh my God.
We'll be a
So
part of
cool.
it. I think, yeah, that makes total sense to me. Again, my initial thought, Paul Heyman, I think will be a second. He always gets so much heat, and I think during this match he definitely will, especially if Oba wins. But Pat McAfee's really heating it up, and I think it'll be a big one.
Yeah, I mean, there'll be a bunch of heels getting their boos and whatnot. I just think that who's gonna really take the top? I think Pat will get the chance, and he'll get. I mean, Vision's gonna take a lot of boos too, but Pat's got it right now.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Are we doing it?
Last segment.
Here we go. Episode 50. I got to try and bring it here, you know? The social. Social.
Beautiful.
I feel like it was pretty good.
I felt like I had a really good range of motion. I'm always worried I can't get my.
I love that that's your biggest focus. I'm just like, don't sound like an idiot. Don't sound like an idiot.
With the old mic, I used to be able to do a full circle, and I can't with this mic, but I know I'm really
so
focused
fun.
on it. Okay. On the social. First of all, this is not really social news, but well, I guess it kind of is. There was two matches announced for SmackDown on Friday on the match card, and I just thought it was neat to mention they're having the tradition now, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale. So we're super pumped for that because a Battle Royale is
Never seen that live.
Yeah, really cool
That's
to watch.
pretty cool, yeah.
So excited for that. And then there's an 8-man street fight, the MFTs versus the Wyatt Six.
The Wyatt Six, yeah.
But I'm excited for a street fight again because they fight out into the crowd in those kind of matches, and want to see them come close, you know?
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
We're not on the floor for SmackDown.
No, I think we're in the 200 level, I think.
Oh, 200.
I think so, yeah. I could be wrong. Maybe we're 100. I have to double check.
We cheaped out on SmackDown and Raw because we had already gotten our Mania tickets. We were like, yeah, it's a little extra, but
And then we upgraded and spent more on our Mania tickets. So.
Exactly.
That's the more important thing
And
anyway.
Ticketmaster sucks, by the way.
Oh yeah, I should have put that on the social.
Yeah.
We had a
Terrible customer service.
I don't want to get kicked out of WrestleMania, but Ticketmaster really made us angry this week. So
Yeah. Long story short, we had tickets that we bought up in the 300 level early, like in the fall, and tickets weren't selling so hot, so they lowered all the prices. So it turns out that there were way better seats that were almost the same price, slightly better price than ours.
yeah,
We call to exchange because Ticketmaster allows you to exchange, but only if it's of equal or greater value. So because the seats that we wanted, despite being better, cost less than our crappy seats, they said, no, you can't exchange. We said, well, we don't mind giving you
Yeah.
back the money. We don't even need it. Just keep it. We just want the seats. They say, no, technicality, no, you
Yeah.
lose.
We were willing to lose the money. This is the most irritating part of it to me. I can understand that's the policy. That's fine. You got it. You don't get any money back. Totally. I'm on board for that. I don't want any money back. Just give me the better seats. They cost less than my tickets now. I'll pay for my same tickets that I paid for, but give me the better seats. No, wouldn't do it. Would not transfer me to a supervisor or a manager.
Yeah.
They said they don't have any on duty and that they will put your name in for a callback within 24 to 48 hours, and nobody ever called us.
Yeah. Pretty ridiculous. And
So-
so I had the brilliant idea to, okay, because we had bought 2-day passes. So like the combo tickets. So I thought, here's how we'll get around it. We'll buy individual Saturday tickets, individual Sunday tickets, and they'll be just slightly more than ours. We'll pay the small difference. Well, no, we couldn't do that either because technically combo tickets are still just one ticket despite being for both nights.
Yeah.
And you can't exchange 2 tickets for 4. Any way they could find to screw us over, they were finding it.
Yeah.
So we basically bit the bullet because we figured we were going to lose this battle, and we found some seats that were slightly more expensive than what we had originally paid, but far better. So we just went with those.
Yeah. Ticketmaster, the evil empire is what we've been calling them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Terrible.
Next on the social. Okay, sources indicate that there are going to be there are heavily discussed NXT people for main roster call-ups after WrestleMania. Those are JC Jane, Ethan Page, Joe Hendry, and Sol Ruka. Joe Hendry and Sol Ruka. I mean, the other two, I recognize the names. I don't know a ton about them. You might know more about them. Sol Ruka and Joe Hendry, they have featured on main roster shows in the last year, and I think they definitely both should be called up.
Yeah, the other two, JC Jane and Ethan Page.
Yeah, I know they're quite popular because I know their names, but I don't know a lot about them.
Yeah. Me neither. No. Just Sol and Joe. I'm surprised that they haven't been called up before now,
For
but
sure.
with the depth of talent, I get it more now than I used to, because
too
I
many
guess like
peeps.
NXT is still a big deal and they need to keep star power down there
Yep.
too. So why not? And I mean, it's still a step up from what Joe was doing before. So he was with TNA before. I think NXT still has higher ratings, bigger viewership, and it's part of the WWE banner. So that's where you want to be.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
So, what they're gonna do with them, who knows? Like I don't know how they keep bringing in anybody new. They don't know what to do with half the people they've got.
They got a lot of people in there now, which means likely we'll get some releases is what will happen.
That's what will happen.
Yeah. Next. Okay. The hot topic this week. Liv Morgan released a music video. So there was a teaser last week where she posted, it was like a little 2-second clip, and it was her in a chair, a bunch of people in a chair, and just whipping her hair around. I was like, that kind of looks like a music video. And then this week we got the music video.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not great.
I love Liv Morgan. I do. We both do. She's your favorite, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty much, one of my top 5 at least anyway. And we love her so much, but this was not good.
No, traditionally the WWE stars engaging in the music side of things is not super quality or super impressive. John Cena, a little bit of an exception. He's
Yeah.
literally a multi-platinum rapper, but uh, it's not terrible. I will say the second time I watched it, and I did watch it twice. I watched it the first time earlier in the day, and then I watched it with you again later in the day. And when I watched it the second time, I thought, okay, I mean, it's not terrible. And if we just really try to remember that this is storyline stuff, like this music video is Liv Morgan's character, not Gianna Daddio,
Yeah.
right? So it's supposed to make you think, oh, she's a heel, right? You're
Yeah.
supposed to think she's full of herself. It's a little early Tiffy Stratton kind of
True. Yeah.
vibes, right? Um,
And she's going to use it for her new entrance music, they said. So
yeah, and that's cool. Like
Yeah.
the song itself, like, oh, that's Liv singing her own entrance music. Okay.
Yeah.
Putting the music video out with it, I mean, it's a little bit much, but it's okay. I just have to remember it's part of the character and storyline. This is not
I
her
think
trying to, be a musical
that's
star.
the distinction I need, I think, because I think that if this is Liv Morgan's character trying to build up more heel status, using this as her entrance song, it's all WWE related, then I'm okay with it. If this is her trying to have a music career, I think we've got some problems.
Yeah. But with all of that said, a day into this being posted on YouTube, one of the
yeah.
clips I looked at on YouTube had close to 600,000 views.
Yeah, 500,000 views. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, not millions and millions immediately, but it will likely get into the millions,
Yeah.
I would think. Especially with Mania weekend coming up, people are going to be looking for wrestling stuff. She'll probably have 10 million views on that video by the end of Sunday.
Yeah.
So,
well, and lots of people think she's hot and she's dancing all over the place half naked. So,
I can't remember what she was wearing.
I know. You don't remember?
No.
Okay, good. That's the correct answer. Okay, lastly on the social, Club WWE was announced this week. So I put out a TikTok video on this because I got an email about it. I do remember a few weeks ago, there was someone in the crowd was holding a Club WWE sign, and I'm assuming it was planted because I saw somebody else commenting on TikTok saying, "What is this? What does this Club WWE mean?" And anyways, they've sent out an email saying that they're launching this program, this insider membership program called Club WWE. There's a bunch of stuff included. You can get exclusive merch purchases. You can earn points on purchases. You can get exclusive interviews and videos. You can get a whole bunch of stuff. I can't remember what else was in there, but it looks pretty neat. Right now, it's just a wait list that you sign up for. So they haven't actually officially launched it. It's just to get people to initially sign up. I don't know what the prices will be. It doesn't say on there. I did see something about a gold membership. So I'm assuming there'll be tiers to it, but we'll have to sign up and wait and see.
It sounds pretty cool. I would think a no-brainer for us.
Yeah.
I mean, unless they're charging $1 million to buy this thing.
This is what I wanted to see because they're not a stranger to charging high prices for things.
We're not strangers to paying their stupid prices either.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
That's why I figure there's a good chance that we're just going to jump on board with this. I'm kind of intrigued by the exclusive merchandise, obviously, as a pretty avid collector. I want to know what they're going to release that's available only to club members. That to me seems exciting. You could see some of the stuff in the camera angles that we have. Like you could see that we collect a lot of stuff, but what you're looking at is not even half of what we.
There's a whole other side to
amassed.
the room.
So yeah, it's something of an addiction. And there's plenty of people out there with rooms that put ours to shame. So it definitely is. We're not alone in that addiction. So lots of people are going to want to get involved in this thing, I would think.
Yeah. We'll have to wait and see what it's like.
Yeah.
And
before we wrap this up, let's just take a second to acknowledge 50 episodes.
50 episodes. Yeah. We made sweaters. They actually say, oh, I can't turn around. You have to turn around. There we go. They say WrestleMania Vegas 42. Yeah. They say that on the back. And they say celebrating 50 episodes of Poppin' Heat.
Poppin' Heat.
Be wearing these around Vegas if you see us.
Yeah, come say hi if you see us. We'd love to try and get lots of video content with wrestling fans out there. See where you're from, what you're most excited about. Yeah, just sharing the excitement with you. So, um, for everybody that has watched one or all 50 episodes or anything in between, thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool thing to get to do this with my best friend over there. And, you know, 50 episodes is pretty fantastic, but it's just the start of this thing this journey that we're on, So, when we started this, we said our goal was just to have fun. And I can safely say that we've accomplished that goal.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun. Also, just like thank you to everyone that's listened to the podcast and also all of our subscribers on social media. I'd say a huge part of doing this, the biggest part is you and I having a hobby and something to do together that we love so much. The other part of it is suddenly becoming a part of a wrestling community that I, for one, didn't even know existed. Coming into this as somebody that didn't pay much attention to it before, falling in love with it, and then just seeing how many other people out there that also love it, from all walks of life, all types of people, and those people being, for the most part, so friendly and welcoming and willing to participate in conversation, and that's been really cool.
That was the unexpected surprise for sure. Like there's any other kind of surprise. The connections and the camaraderie of it all, I didn't see that part coming, and it's been such a joy. And have conversations with people, telling them about the podcast, that people that aren't wrestling fans, that it kind of triggers that thing in their mind of like, oh, I used to watch wrestling, or like so and so in my family was always a big wrestling fan, and it just kind of makes them think about something that makes them smile, and in some cases makes them start watching wrestling again, which is super cool. We've got a bunch of friends that before we did this never watched wrestling, and now they're weekly viewers with us. So it's been a really special thing. So I hope it doesn't stop anytime soon.
Me neither. We're going to keep going because it's so much fun. And you can follow us and watch us keep going.
Yeah,
on
you can.
all of our social media platforms. So we're on everything. You can find us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, /Twitter, YouTube Shorts, everything that's out there. We're at Pop and Heat. That's at POPNHEAT. Make sure you go on, like, follow, subscribe. We're heading to Vegas and we're going to have lots of WrestleMania content. So you're going to want to check that out.
And you can watch all 50 episodes right here on YouTube. You can listen to our audio version on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, Audible, and YouTube Music.
That's right. Check back in with us next week. We'll have a debrief from WrestleMania weekend.
Yeah, I guess the next episode will probably be predominantly just talking about our whole experience and, sharing it all with you. So tune in for that. Have a great Mania weekend, everybody.
Thanks.
We'll
Bye.
see you next week.